Hello everyone, today there will be a very useful video, absolutely for everyone. I will show you how you can watch your favorite YouTube absolutely without any internet, that is, without mobile internet and without Wi-Fi. Yes, did you really hear right? I will show you how you can really save any videos so that you can watch them when you do not have access to the internet. This feature is actually not new, but few people know how to use it, what functions it has, and in general, due to ignorance, few people use it. But I will tell you that it is in vain, because it is really very useful and helps out in many situations. For example, if you are going somewhere on a trip, you just need to relax, watch a movie, but you do not have internet, for example, or you do not have unlimited, and you do not want to waste your megabytes to download something there, so that something is downloaded for you, some video, or there is simply no connection. It will also be very useful for those people who have problems with electricity at home, when the power goes out. So you want to watch something interesting, just relax, some TV series, movies, maybe clips or just information that you like to watch, but since you have no electricity, accordingly, there is no internet, well, I mean home, that is, Wi-Fi. Plus, for those people who notice problems with YouTube, that is, I mean that videos are loaded poorly and you can't really watch anything, this problem can also be solved. That is, all these settings that I will show you, they solve this whole problem. In general, watch the video carefully. I will show you different options, different settings and immediately answer some questions. So devote a little time to this. Don't forget to like, subscribe to the channel and share with friends. So, before the start of the video, I will immediately answer some questions that many people will ask. The first one is clicking on the YouTube application itself. I click on the app version 20.0636. I scroll down a little. I go to the application permissions. Here we scroll, we find geolocation, reject. Then we exit completely, so that you do not get confused. We go to the usual standard settings. Here we scroll, we find advanced settings. My region is set like this. We go back. We exit to the general menu, again, so that you do not get confused. We go back to the standard settings and here we look for geolocation. Then we scroll and find a setting called the network operator can determine your location using base stations. Reject. Now we look. We go to YouTube itself, to the YouTube application itself. We click on our avatar. We go to the settings. We find the purchase line and paid subscriptions. And look, YouTube Premium immediately appeared here for me. I mean that it is offered to connect for several months for free, supposedly, but for me, as you understand, it is not connected, so I went here on purpose. This section shows whether you have any paid subscriptions or not. I don't have anything specifically. This is an immediate response to various comments of this type that will be heard. That is, I don't have any premium subscription, it just offers me one. Now let's watch, exit. Let's go back to our YouTube application. Well, let's choose something as an example. I will show you using movies as an example. You can do this with absolutely any content that you like to watch. That is, someone, for example, just likes to listen to some music all the time. You can make a collection of clips. Someone, for example, likes movies, TV series, someone just useful information. By the way, this is very convenient. Well, let's choose a movie in a row. Click on it. By the way, if there was YouTube Premium, then the ads would not be shown. Pause. And what else I wanted to add is that, for example, if you just need some important information with you, some really necessary information, you can download it in this way, which I will show you now, and then use it absolutely without any internet. That is, it is really very convenient. Look, I pressed pause. Here I have an interactive line below. Few people know that it even exists, and it goes back and forth. You need to find the download button on this line. Here, and the download is in progress. We are currently downloading a film for 2 hours and 20 minutes. I warn you right away that for such manipulations you need internal memory. That is, so that at least a few gigabytes are free to download all this. This film, for example, is 220 minutes, but you can also download very long series. That is, it happens that in one series there are 20, 30 to 40 episodes, and here not 2 hours will be shown, but there are 30, 40, 50 hours. Such films are also downloaded, everything is fine, you just need to wait a little longer. Well, again, it also depends on your internet, when it will download. Further, I will also show you important settings that will really help you. For example, for me now it takes longer to download only because I have the maximum download quality set. But you can set absolutely different options. If you do not have enough memory, if you just want to save some videos just for information, then you can download in the lowest quality to save your memory, well, listen and then delete. Further, I will tell you all this and show you. By the way, remember the name, I will show you further how it all works. Look, it's almost finished downloading. It's already downloaded. Now let's watch, minimize. Let's choose another option in a row. Here it starts. Let's pause it. Here again we scroll, find such a button, press it, and literally wait a little bit. Here is 123 minutes, and we see that the saving is already going really fast. Look, approximately such a film in good quality will take up about 200 to 250 megabytes on your phone. The one we downloaded earlier, approximately 350 to 400. If some huge one, accordingly, more memory is needed. Now it has already downloaded. So, this, I think, will be enough so that we do not delay the video. Now look what we are doing. Let's just turn off the internet. Look, I turn off my Wi-Fi. My mobile internet is not turned on. And I also press the flight mode, that is, on the plane, to be sure. That is, now there is no signal at all. Let's completely exit YouTube. Look, I go to YouTube, it makes friends, look, there is no connection. And immediately, notice, you just got there and went to YouTube, the films you downloaded immediately appear. The first one we downloaded was this one. I click on it. There is no internet at all right now, that is, no Wi-Fi, no mobile internet. And so I rewind to any place, and the film plays. That is, normally, until the very end, without any questions. There is no internet, no connection. For example, the next film, the second one that we downloaded. It also started. 123 minutes and also plays normally. That is, perfectly until the very end. For example, I previously downloaded other films. Look, they also play, although there is no internet. That is, they are all saved here. Here's the next one too. That is, I already have a whole collection here, so to speak. And all this works without the internet. Again, you can download whatever you want here, whatever you like. Now, how do you delete? Well, it's very simple. On the right side, we have 3 dots. So, you select it and just click delete. This is if, for example, you look there and you don't have enough memory, you just go ahead and delete it. Next, what should you do if you do have internet access? Where can you look for it? Let's turn on the internet again, turn off flight mode, and look. You see, the connection has already appeared. Now, let's go to YouTube again. Let's go there. Here, the main page has loaded. Now, let's look, go to your avatar on the right side here. Now, scroll down, and now, you see, a line has appeared called downloaded. Click here. And here is everything you've downloaded. That is, if you already have internet access, then you need to look here. Next, I'll show you very important settings. Now, let's go to your account. General settings. Here, scroll down and find downloaded. Here, look, what I told you, I have set 720p by default. This is considered high quality. But again, it depends on what video you are downloading. If you set this top setting, then every time you click on the button to download, you will be asked for a list, that is, which one you will choose, they're on low quality, they're on medium or on high. Well, for example, I always set it on high. Then there are other settings here, for example, for downloading via Wi-Fi. Also show recommended, that is, when you already go to downloaded ones, it shows you similar videos that you downloaded on a similar topic. That is, perhaps, so that you do not search somewhere on the internet, you will see something there, something you like. Plus there is a scale of your memory, that is, how much you have left and how much is actually filled. Well, plus with one click, if you want, you can completely delete everything that was downloaded there. If you can't find the download button and you've done all the previous settings that I showed you at the beginning of the video, then try using a VPN and set the same location.